Welcome in John Gonzalez, Amy Sherman from Behind the Mitten, which runs Sunday morning at 7 on today's Hits 95.3 CFX. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see your smiling faces today. So little birdie tells me you're flying north, and then you keep going north, and then you go north a little bit more because you guys land in Sault Ste. Marie this weekend.
And then the folks at Sioux Canada turned them around and said, go back to that one.
No one wants us. They only want us here. This week, it's true. Instead of going behind the Mitten, we're going to go above the Mitten and cross the Mighty Mac and go visit with our friends in Sault Ste. Marie. We kick off the show with our good friend Linda Hoth, and she tells us a little bit about the history of the Sioux, which is where Michigan's history starts. So there is so much to explore with Michigan history when you go up to the Sioux, right, Gonz?
That's right. I don't know if you guys know this, but it is Michigan's oldest city, establishing in 1668. I hope I get that year right on the show because I'm always thinking of 1968. Yeah. But yeah, it's a historic city, right? From all of Michigan. Obviously, everyone knows about the Sioux Locks. We learn a lot about the Locks and take a really cool trip up some steps, like 200 plus steps, to the Tower of History, and that itself alone, if you go to Sault Ste. Marie, do that tour.
Okay, it's quick show of hands here. Raise your hand if you have kayaked through the Sioux Locks.
I have.
Ah!
I have.
You got to do it on the Canada
Yeah,
side,
you have to go through the Canadian lock. They don't let you go through the American one, but the Canadian one, they no problem taking you through that one.
And you know what? We talk about that on the show this weekend. We're going to actually visit with our friends at Bird's Eye Outfitters in the Sioux. And in case you didn't know, the Canadian lock has been closed for a little while, and they just opened it this week. So you can kayak again through the lock, but you haven't been able to earlier this summer. So we'll give you the scoop on how you can do that. And you can go visit our friends there, and they'll take care of everything you need, including your kayaks, all of your safety equipment, and they will guide you through the lock, which I think might be a good idea, right?
Yeah, that would be a better idea.
Well, you paddle in and just sit there and wait?
Yeah,
and then you paddle out.
But there, you're when you're paddling in that place, there are other things that are much bigger than you in that in the water.
Okay.
So, you got to be you got to watch what you're doing. So it's all about the Sioux this weekend, Sunday morning, 7:00 Behind the Mitten with John and Amy. Anything else you want to say about this show this weekend?
I love the Sioux.
I had a great time. I had never been through the locks until about 5 years ago, I think, is when I actually went and did it. I'm 119 years old, and I'd never been through the locks before.
Not quite as old as Sault Ste. Marie, but you're getting there.
He's getting there.
Getting there, yeah. I wasn't born in 1668 or whatever the year was. Hey, it's Would You Rather morning with the Breakfast Flakes. It's going to be another hot and sticky day. So, Amy Sherman, would you rather an umbrella or a shade tree?
Tree.
John.
Definitely a tree. Yeah. I mean, umbrella, you have to hold it.
Yeah,
I think overwhelming response was shade tree.
Yeah, shade tree is by far the number one answer. Big meal or a cold sandwich on a hot, sticky day?
Oh, yeah, cold sandwich. Yeah, or nothing. Cherries. Give me some cherries.
Okay, John?
Sandwich.
Yeah, cold sandwich. I mean, come on. Yeah.
We only had one person who said they wanted a big hot meal.
Everybody
else is going with the cold sandwich. Would you rather on a hot, sticky day, sneakers or sandals?
Oh, well, I'm a Converse kind of gal, so I'm gonna just say that.
Okay, so you're gonna go with sneakers. All right.
Same here, because if we're running from a bear or something like that, you want to be able to run.
Exactly.
No, you put the Crocs in 4-wheel drive and you're good to go.
Oh my God, the Crocs. That wasn't an option, nor should it ever be.
I love my Crocs.
The overwhelming number one is sandals. However, we did have 3 votes for Crocs.
Thank you.
You can only vote once.
I know, but there were a couple of other people who also sided with the Crocs side of things. So I don't know. It's hot and sticky where we are. Hot and sticky where you guys are, I assume, today too.
It sure is.
Jeez.
Wet already.
How was the weather in the Sioux going to be? Everybody's hot and sticky, right?
That's the whole state of Michigan.
There's a great though up in the Sioux coming off of the straits and the river there. So I'm going to say it might be a nice place to visit this weekend.
Yes, it's always a little bit cooler there. Appreciate your time. It's Sunday morning, 7 o'clock behind the Mitten.